way, you will suffer. The Liberians will suffer.
And the facts surrounding those issues. There is only one forum that provides the answers. Face the issue on King's FM. John Anthony April Godson Williams, commonly known as Teacher Life, from Monday to Friday, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. for the most analytical, the most stimulating conversation training for the day.
That's the funny thing about Unity Park. In a football game, if we were playing a tournament, they beat us today, and we drop out of the tournament. Our focus now is not the tournament again. Unity Park get their opponent in Liberia people, they need a Liberia people, then they come back to their team that they defeated. Everyone said that they put a away. You never want to say so.
On Face the Issue, we speak out the fact in advocating for the right of Liberia. Face the Issue brings you logic, explain logic, and advance you to discourse with logic. It's Face the Issue. Comes on your airway from Monday to Friday at 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. on Kings FM 88.5. Don't miss it.
You bow, Papa. You bow. You collected 22 million again without PBCC involvement.
Honored at this recent investiture.
Oh, yeah.
DJ Omeki.
I wish to be something else, so we not vote for Latin and we here, oh. People dying in jail, horses money is single, parents crying for IFs. I thought they say we were in jail, 100 years back and forth, Jaros life didn't go up. Yeah, West Wall betray the labor, they can call over to finish give up. Listen, we get gold, we get diamond, we get iron, oh. We get all, we get timber, we get rubber, oh. They sell the money in the bank and we are living, oh. After the 100 days, last quarter be the quarter, oh. But what on the tree will go? Waka, oh. We die, oh. Waka, oh. What on the tree will go? Waka, oh. We die, oh. Waka, oh. What on the tree will go? Waka, oh. We die,
Okay. Now the first time in the country you will see I'm to wrong. We're not talking plenty ego, we're not fighting and we're gone. And when we're talking, say the tip I got to win to all wrong. You can just be looking at all that to say sleeping among the men are pong. Expressing my feelings on the song, the 22 minute roll. You tell me how far you go. Then I only want talking say we are coming up bro. The people say from Ghana, the people send police for A, yellow machine from China, they come and say let no but A.
Yama, we're not feeling from here. Joseph Boga been poor in Meso.
What they get it made them to SAP. What they get it made them to SAP.
What on the tree will go? Waka, oh. We die, oh. Waka, oh. What on the tree will go? Waka, oh. We die, oh.
What play the freedom of speech? Tell me why they sack people for MCC. Where the freedom of speech? When you thought you get the government like Zaki.
We still trying to understand the government agenda. The rescue mission, rescue vision, part of fake impression. They get the job and lead the people without expectation. Let us about the scene and asking when the train will go. But how the train will go when the driver is old? We been sitting in the train, but the driver can wake up. Now all the funny thing they make all the back give up. But who think of the budget? Like they see me and I think of CPP document. The hustle said it like Dylan and young people property. But Uncle President Jerry praying for Baga to rap it. The country pie on us so we can understand it. See how the people crying.
Mr. Speaker, members of the legislature, nearly 3 years ago, I assured the nation that road will be our focus, not as a slogan, but rather the commitment to connecting communities with opportunity. In furtherance of our commitment, we focus on restoring key corridors and expanding
secondary roads. We increased Liberia's paved roads from under 12% to 20% and maintained more than 780 kilometers of major roads, ensuring year-round access. Connectivity improved between Buraville and Buffalo, Salaye and Medekoma, Tapita and Zedru, as well as Buchanan and Greenville, reducing costs and easing hardship for citizens. Key roads like Ganta, Sakripe now 56%, Sakripe Tapita up to 92%, have advanced, while Kilopole Fishtown route is now fully paved. Additional projects, including the Buchanan Greenville Highway, are in the pipeline, thanks to partner support from African Development Bank, World Bank, and others. Efforts will be made more accessible to the rest of the country by road. The Army Corps of Engineers will play a role in delivering this initiative. In our ongoing commitment to maintain road access for our citizens, I am pleased to announce that the widely discussed 285 yellow machines procured by government last year are currently in shift. These assets will be situated at the county hubs and used to support road maintenance efforts and form crucial part of our disaster response preparedness efforts across the country. Mr. Speaker, honorable members of the legislature, fellow Liberians, we continue to make progress in connecting county capitals and major assets. Although the RIA road corridor project faced delays due to ongoing orders and changes in scope, we are still able to increase the length of the pavement from 20 to 20 with the orders and rescoping nearing completion. Full work on this corridor is expected to resume in 2020. For administration, our job creation strategy have focused on addressing binding and structural constraints growth, including investment in roads. And in this connection, we have created more than 70,000 short and medium-term jobs across infrastructure, agriculture, social protection, and small businesses, among other sectors. Going forward, the Youth Entrepreneurship and Investment Bank project launched in 2025 will support 30,000 youth-led businesses, creating over 120,000 direct and indirect jobs for the youth. The National Employment Acceleration Strategy focused on agriculture, public works, skill training, and support to small enterprises has been finalized. This will facilitate more Liberians to earn decent life with dignity. Honorable members of the legislature, on January 15, 2025, the Liberian government launched the arrest agenda for inclusive development 2025 to 2029, the 15th County Development Agenda in Buchanan, Brambassa County. These initiatives reaffirm the country's commitment to Vision 2030, focusing on delivering measurable results. My
constitutional right, this is my job. And I'm here now, but the president just lied about the feeding program. The president just lied about the job. I mean, those are all lies. You cannot lie to the more than 2,235,000. Where in Mosorado, how do you legislate to your place? As I speak to you today, they use generator. They use generator to carry the president program on today. As I speak to you now, that generator is beating. How can the president say you electrify the country? That's not true.
I have received today news of the evictions and destructions of our party headquarters. Unfortunate and regrettable as this is. I wish to encourage all Liberians, especially our supporters and sympathizers, to stay calm, remain law-abiding, and respect due process in the interest of our democracy, the rule of law, and the peaceful coexistence among all Liberians, irrespective of party, social, ethnic, or tribal affiliations. Fellow Liberians, fellow partisans of the Coalition for Democratic Change, today we witness yet another testament of the Unity Party government gross disregard for the rule of law Emboldened by impunity, they continue to abuse power, testing our nation's fragile peace and democracy. Their list of violations grows daily, from police brutality against ordinary citizens to outright disregard of court orders. We must, however, take the high road. In the interest of peaceful coexistence, I urge everyone to remain calm, law-abiding, and respectful of due process, despite this partisan political mischiefs from the Unity Party government. In the legal battle over the ownership of the CDC headquarters, our party has always followed the rule of law and openly stated its willingness to abide by the court final ruling, regardless of the outcome. Yet, before the battle was fully exhausted, the trickle-happy partisans leadership of the police force, with direct instruction from Waka himself, spurred into actions. This was not a lawful eviction. It was a failed mission to destroy and erase the CDC in an attempt to fulfill their very wish Waka has repeatedly expressed to his lieutenants. While executing this criminal act, amid the cheers of their partisans, they failed to notice the loud silence of the vast majority of ordinary Liberians. Our people are in disbelief at this administration. Reckless behavior in its quest to consolidate power. Posterity will punish them harshly, while the loss of our office building is a setback. I want to emphasize that it is only temporary. We shall overcome this sooner rather than later. Thanks to your unwavering commitment, determination, and resilience, fellow citizens, coalitions, well-wishers, and sympathizers. Fellow partisans, do not be despair. While we admit these are difficult times, our party has faced worse situations, even from the very same actors we see today, and we have emerged stronger. We shall prevail. The UP leadership under Bwaka are destroyed, but we are builders. A special national headquarters delivery committee is being established to immediately begin the construction work so that we can have a modern state-of-the-art new home in record time. We shall execute this while we embark on a national tour to inform our people. In my journey to heights I have achieved, I have seen such hiccups before. We shall never waver. Together we will build. We are survivors by history. We are blessed with a spirit that overcomes even the most tragedies and misfortune. Remember, the unity, strength, and identity of our party and coalition are not found in bricks and mortar. They live in the minds, hearts, and fighting spirit of our teaming supporters. Therefore, I call on every member of the party, our sympathizers, to mobilize and focus our energies on constructing our next premises. I must be clear, resist the temptation to take the law into your own hands. However disappointed we are by this outcome, I call on each of you to continue respecting the law and due process. Fellow partisans, well-wishers, and sympathizers, I am optimistic about the political future of our party. Together we will build a better homeland for our party. So help me God. God bless Liberia.
We have seen a systematic erosion of democracy. Executive overreach and open disregard for our constitution. Lawlessness in the legislature, with the presidency turning a blind eye even when the sacred hall of our democracy go up in flames. Security forces brutalizing peaceful citizens, while millions are being spent on so-called operations that offer no protection to ordinary Liberians. They said we were the problem, but now the Liberian people can see for themselves. The real problem is the unity party that is now in power. The time has come to speak the truth without fear. This government is failing and Liberia is paying the price. For seditions, let us not lose hope. Even the longest night must give way to daylight. Even the strongest storm must pass. We are still standing and we are still strong. We will not give up on Liberia. We will not give up on our people. And we will never give up on CDC. We are the party of the slums and the city. We are the voice of the voiceless. We are the protectors of the poor and the defender of their dreams. From New Cruton to Peaceville, from Buchanan to Bond Mines, from Sunny Quarter to Southtown, the CDC remains in the hearts of the people. This rally is a clear sign. We are reorganizing, we are preparing, we are coming back. I say to you, we are coming back. But in order to do that, we must build a strong, together we must fortify the one. This is why I called on.
So what a wonderful way to say good evening, good afternoon, good morning, depending your location. And welcome to the program, Face the Issues. And of course, certainly we are here again this evening to face the issues. And of course, those are issues that are affecting our country, and we need to face them. And that's why we are here again to discuss more about our country and to face those issues, to see how we can be able to fix our country. And like we always say, this country is ours. This is our country. No one else will do it for us. We need to do it for ourselves as citizens. And certainly this is our country. How you doing? And I guess you guys are doing okay. How was the week? I guess the week was awesome, fantastic. I guess yes, and I guess I really guess and I hope that you had a fantastic week. So I'm so grateful again to join you here, and the rest of the team from the Diaspora will be joining me subsequently. So we're so happy to join you again to discuss more about our country. As you may be aware, too many things happening in the country nowadays. Yes, many Liberians are now homeless. People who were owners of homes. And those people are homeless, no place to sleep, no shelter. Too many things. People are starving, no food. Liberians are going to bed with hunger. Too many things happening in the country. But that would be it. We will have to face it. And that's what I said. This is our country, and we need to work together collectively to make sure that we can be able to solve some of the problems in our country. My name is Newton Topa. Of course, I'm sitting right here in the capacity of the great Antonia Law, Anthony Abraham Garcia Williams. So that's why we always say, oh yes, we want to keep it, and we'll certainly continue to keep him in our prayers because he always did, making sure that, yes, he one person who believes in helping, yes. Yes, it's good to help. It's always good to help. And God blesses people, who helps. People who help. God blesses people who help others. And I think the Antonia Law, Abraham Garcia is no exception to that. So that's why we always keep him and his entire family in our prayers, asking God to guard him, protect him. The last night, there was a 40 feet container tanker that ran into the vehicle, but howbeit nothing, and there was no casualty reported. But this is a situation. Yes, God is always there, making sure that yes, I need to protect him because a lot of people depend on him. Maybe let's take for example, you will see one man working, but that one man down there, that one man 1,000 men. So 1,000 persons in one person. So let's assume that one man is the breadwinner for thousands of people. Yes, several persons. So that one man, you see, is single. But when it comes to numbers, that one man is more than 1,000 persons. And that is figurative. What do I mean? Because that one man has too many people depending on him. And yes, so we're always there. So we're grateful to join you here. Prince Sharif will join me subsequently, followed by Leo and Willem Bro from France. So how you doing? I guess you guys I guess you guys are doing okay. Yeah. How you doing? And let's go. Let's see. And who was the first to join us today? Okay. Alexa Mobile was the first to join us today on the Diaspora edition of the program Face the Issues, and followed by Alexa Venetius Junior Bar was the second. The third person is Rita Hart. Yeah, Rita Hart from Massachusetts, the USA. And we have Tom Giesel and also follow. Yeah, those are people who join us today on the program Face the Issue. So let me add to stage Prince Sharif. But this is our country. We'll face it. It doesn't matter. Despite all the things that are happening, we will not give up. We'll continue to fight to make sure that we can make it better. And nobody else will make it better for us. But this is Liberia. And this is our country. Yeah, so let me just remind you of this song. This is our country, sweet Liberia and sweet land of liberty. We have to face it. Certainly, we will certainly face it. This is our country. We gotta face it. Liberia. Oh yes, we got to live together as brothers and sisters. Oh yeah. This is our country. This is the time we come together. Our country is Yeah. So, fast. Yeah, too many things on our next discourse here tonight. So we gotta thank you, gotta hold it there. So, but yeah, this is setting our country, sweet Liberia, sweet land of liberty. So we gotta keep fighting. Keep fighting for our country to make sure that yes, things get okay. Yeah, that's what we need to do. I'm trying to add to stage Prince Sharif, and the rest of the team for the Diaspora. Yes. I don't know what's happening right here, but yes. Let me see. Okay. All right. I think yes. So Prince and the rest of the team, as you can see, we still have some. Okay. I think it's okay right now. So the team from the Diaspora has just joined us, and tonight we're going to discuss more about country too many things. Let me welcome the team from the Diaspora. Prince, Leo, welcome. Can you get me?
Yeah, I'm getting you. I'm getting you loud and clear. Again, let me say good evening to you from your end. Good afternoon to our people. Wherever place you are joining us from in our common Liberian way, I want to say, my people, your hello. It's always a privilege for us to be here. And we are grateful that, again, God has given us another testimony as a family, as a nation, and as a people. Because yesterday, what happened, it was only the grace of God. And we want to thank God for his continuous protection upon the lives of each and every one of us, especially our manager, who continue to do the best in disseminating information. Like the songwriter said, the devil meant it for evil, but God, through his mighty hands, have turned it around. So today is a day of excitement for me because God again have shown us mercy and that his protection dwell among us. We want to give God the glory. So we are here energized, grateful to discuss and do the work of the Liberian people. So thank you, and we give God the glory for the lives of our manager and every one of you who work, especially in this kind of trying times in Liberia, where the truth has become almost like a sword in these people miss. That when you say the truth, they want to eliminate you, exterminate you, and see how best they can subdue you to nothing. So we give God the glory for the lives of everybody in the studio there. Thank you, and we are here again. To my brother Leo, I want to say welcome, Chief, and thank you for everything.
Yeah, let me say good evening, good afternoon, my brother Newton, of course, Prince. Happy Friday to our listening audience via social media, Radio Land. Again, we are here to do the Liberian people's work. Let me also join Prince to re-echo our gratitude to God for Teacher Light, a very strong fighter. Look, you can't take away what God don't give you. God is protecting Teacher Light. So whatever else you do is up to you. We are not. We know that guy is covered. But again, Nathan, we are here to speak on the happenings of our country. Whether people have been sleeping in the streets, have a nonchalant, don't care president, and our Liberian people are just going through a rough time at this time. But I always tell Prince that there's always a light at the end of this tunnel. This particular tunnel, there's going to be a light at this end. So, again, we thank God for more grace for His Excellency Dr. George Manuel. We have more grace upon his life. Look, I said it last year. I said George Manuel will be the most handsome 60th individual that you will see in our country. Prince, I always say this, right? Anytime a person you are trying to get the attention and the person don't look your way, it hurts you even more. And that's the grace that's hovering over His Excellency Dr. George Manuel. So we just wish him more grace as he will be turning 60 soon, the youngest 60 to be. I can't wait. But thank you, Nito. I look forward to a beautiful show.
All right. Okay. So it's good having you guys on tonight. And as we move forward to discuss more about country, too many things, like I said earlier, there are too many things happening in the country nowadays. and most especially our brothers and sisters who are homeless. Yes, under this unity party-led government is a very serious issue. And because that's one of the major issues we're going to be looking at tonight. But before we move on to that, today, the Liberian National Police announced a range of traffic-related fines and penalties aimed at strengthening road safety and enforcing compliance with traffic laws. According to the LMP, Deputy Commissioner for Police for Public Safety at Frege, the highest penalty applies to motorists found in possession of a fraudulent driver's license, which carries a fine of US 5,000. Imagine 5,000. The highest penalty or fine is 5,000 US. Someone who is carrying a fraudulent driver's license, or up to 3 years imprisonment. You either pay the 5,000 or you go to jail for 3 years. So this is a release from the Liberian National Police today, the 6th of February 2026. And other offenses and penalties include overloading a vehicle, considered as reckless driving. Yeah, when you overload your vehicle, which is also considered as reckless driving, is 500. The fine is 500 Liberian dollar, or you go to jail for 6 months. Yes, driving without a valid driver's license, US 500 fine or 6 months imprisonment. Oh yes, yeah. Liberia's getting better, man. Driving uninsured vehicle, driving an uninsured vehicle. Your vehicle is not insured, so the fine is 1,000 US dollar. So if you are found driving an uninsured vehicle, the fine is 1,000 US dollars, or you go to jail for 1 year. Failure to register your vehicle, US. If you fail to register your vehicle, US 500, that is fine there, or you go to jail for 6 months. In addition, the LMP disclosed that pedestrians who fail to use designated crosswalks. Listen. In addition, the LMP disclosed that pedestrians who fail to use designated crosswalks when crossing major roads will be fined $5 US, in line with existing traffic regulations. So if you want to cross the road, they get places they should cross the road. You not cross the road there. You cross the road, they don't play. Police, when the police catch you, that cross, you the pedestrian now. Yes, they will fine $5 US. You pay $5 US fine because they pay you to cross it, not cross there. But let's see. Let me bring in that video. So, God, this is interesting anyway. So I just thought to inform you that we can move on to our main talking point. But listen. Let me share this video with you, so you can listen. You can catch and listen. Okay, I think I got it here. Okay, I think this is it.
What the fine is from? The highest fine in law is 5,000 euros, or you go to jail for 3 years or both. And that has to do with fraudulent registration. For example, you go to instead of going to Ministry of Transport, or take your lesson, you go to World Center, you get your lesson. When the policeman catch you, your fine is $5,000 US, or 3 years imprisonment. And the highest fine there. Then we come to 500 US. For example, you overload your car. When you overload your car, the definition of overload your car is regular driving. It's $500 or imprisonment of 6 months or both. When you drive without license, $500 imprisonment of 6 months or both. If you did not register your car, $500. What the fine reaches from? The highest fine in law is 5,000 US, or you go to jail for 3 years or both. And that has to do with further.
These fines, the different penalties in Liberia. Yes, so 5,000, the highest fine, 5,000 US dollars. So you got to be very careful. Even you, the pedestrians, you people who are the pedestrians, myself, I'm one of the pedestrians because sometimes I can be crossing here, I'm walking maybe around the sidewalk, maybe I want to cross, and mistakenly maybe I cross the other way that I'm not supposed to cross, and then they'll fine me $5 US, so I have to pay that fine. So these are things that are happening under the Joseph Boakai government, and this is the government that Liberian brought to power, but it's good that all of us are feeling the pinch in terms of what's happening in the country nowadays. And let's move on now. I think Leo, okay, let me welcome bro. Bro just joined us, the freshman bro. Welcome.
Yeah, this great comrade.
I'm happy to see them, man. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
I see you, my brother. I saw that. I see you now.
Okay. My man, we are here with us, Devin Boakai Republic, and I can be enjoying and pitiful for the people, but we still got to enjoy it so they can at least. Sometimes people learn it hard way, so we got to be there. Prince O, my man, what's up, man? The great man, Prince. And Leo, my man, I will sometimes join you guys on your other show there. That easy. I can listen to your Mumbai.
Can't wait to have you, brother.
And you too, my man. Thank you, my man. Thank you. And Teacher Lai, yesterday I was listening to the station, to the radio or the station through Facebook, where he talks about the car issue. I think those people that were set up, they came to attack Teacher Lai, but unfortunately for them, and fortunately for Teacher Lai, they didn't meet him in a car. Teacher Lai gotta be careful in our country. Don't put in power there, evil. Yeah, so that's it, my man. We're going by the discussion.
All right. So I think Leo, I don't know whether you could provide clarity in relation to, because I think last week Friday, you informed our audience about fundraiser. Are we going to do it? At the end of the show for the support basket.
Yeah, I will appeal to my fellow brothers. I've not even reached out to them yet and say, but maybe in the last 20 minutes of the show.
But Leo,
yes, sir.
I want to. So why we can't do it one of the Friday? Why it be exclusive? We can design a discussion for it, and we just do it.
Okay. All right. You know what?
Yeah, because if we talk and a fun thing, we can also start it today. But let us have one Friday where we're talking politics only on that, and we have a story to attach it to that,
and just dedicate that to that.
Yeah, and we have people calling to pledge and to make contribution, and we get their names, and then we call them to do a follow-up. We can do it.
Do me a favor, bro. After the show, please call me real quick, and I will call Prince too. Call me.
Yeah, no problem. No problem. Because when we man like grand politics, every week there will be a story because the government will be failing till 2029. So when we man a story part, we'll not go to our other place. Because every day story coming up.
Yeah. So yeah, Newton, we'll talk behind the scene and then we'll let you know the findings, okay? What we come up with.
All right. Okay, yeah. So we'll work on that. But in the meantime, the numbers are there. Whoever wants to chip in, to the support basket, because it is through the support basket that we can be able to chip in and get something, get fuel oil, get because nowadays the LSC is not stable, so we can chip in the support basket. At least we get fuel for the generator, get gasoline and all of that. But this is our country. It's not easy. It's really not easy. But sometimes, sometimes when we say maybe you don't understand. But we on the ground. We know what happened here.
Newton, before you go too far, I think we would like to send our Liberian people to Darius Delon's house, because he was on the radio saying there will not be any LEC going out again. As a matter of fact, this guy was saying, can you see any LEC going out? I mean, I think Prince saw that interview, and I was just saying and laughing. At this point, they need to go use a generator or go start sucking community current from his place. But I thought to ask, man.
Yeah, but that's the whole thing about the whole government, a 419 government. And your father minister Gafon sat on ERBC radio. Gafon said, under the Boakai administration, in fact, there's no 130 gallon only ahead in Central Monrovia. Jerry money every day that breaks, you will see people in Moa, people get continue holding it. They will go to the place only get water for the pump. Maybe you have 50 gallon. They will put it in the Moa. They push in it. They push. And it was Gafan who said that since what I got, Mo Ali became a director of the Liberia Water and Sewer Corporation. In fact, nobody. So all of the horses, they get pipe and water, everything they pour, they just shooting. Why can't it be? Why you continue to mislead and liberate people?
Yeah.
But then people here was looking at people, took the water on their head, gather the water in the city, in the heart of the city, in Central Monrovia. We see it here. But this is the kind of government. They continue to lie to the liberate people, mislead them. Yeah, therefore one night we gotta leave it. So let's go first, like we said. A few days ago, we've been following some issues on the social media in relation to some of our brothers and sisters who have been made homeless. And you follow the lady who has been crying out for help from around the 72nd barrack area. The woman who invested approximately $1 million+ United States dollars to do some construction work. She get very huge, gigantic business area there. She had invested so much, and to her utmost surprise, the government of Liberia, through the Ministry of National Defense, she was informed to vacate that area after she invested a lot. So it's so heartbreaking. I will bring you some of the videos. Aside from that, we follow the demolition to Satan. Yeah, the Satan is Cinco. The Ministry of Public Works demolished homes. Imagine 5 o'clock in the morning, and people wake up to noise, to different sounds in their ears. They thought it was something else. Maybe they thought it was a fire outbreak. Imagine 5 o'clock, you sleeping, and somebody is coming to your door and knocking. Hearing sound on your door, rock. What is happening? What is going on? Perhaps maybe you're thinking that maybe it's something emergency, or somebody is coming to you because of emergency situation. Only to hear say, "My man, here's your people. You gotta park right now." Imagine, right now, something you're not expecting. Right now, well, how are you gonna park? Why are you carrying your things at that moment? In fact, yes, and you see, like the fellow, one of the victims said, 65 armed police officers. 65 people were gone. AK, that's someone gone. That's someone armed, I tell you. AK, police officer, about 60 some armed police officers at that moment. Moving in people's homes as though it was war that was taking place. And today, those people are made homeless. And when our President Bouakai, was asked about the demolition, what did he say? President Bouakai said, God will not create new land. So the other land God has created, they have to make use of that land. Imagine the president of the country, the head of the country. Your people, the government has responsibility. At least to find shelter for those people. Let's assume that those people were not, legitimate squatters. Let's assume. Let's put it that way, man. But let's look at expediency. Wasn't that expedient, or is it not expedient for the government at least to aid them through these moments? Is it not expedient? Let's forget about legality. But the government should have compassion because those people are Liberians. But for the old man to see those people that the AFL people land, the people need to take their land. The AFL people, they're not interfering with anybody. In fact, God will not create new land again. And the president's statement to tell you that the president of the country is not in, an empathy with those people who have been made homeless. Where are we heading as a country? With Joseph Bouakai, who is a father. Let's move the position, the presidency. Let's move the position from there. But Joseph Bouakai is a father. Joseph Bouakai, man, for God's sake, man, you are human. Let's assume those people were your relatives, not because you are the president. You have the resources today. You have anything. You won as the president. But those people, let's assume, I'm sure if those people were relatives to the president, wouldn't have been saying, those things. That, yes. But this is certainly what happened in our country. And people are crying. But this is the government you brought to power. The government that said they were coming to change everything around. Let me just show you some of the videos that we can cross over to the Diaspora team so we can, and they can make their own inputs here. Let me bring you some of the videos that will cross over to the Diaspora team for their inputs. So let's go here. So folks, so these are things happening in our country. Liberians are crying in their own country. Liberians have been displaced in their country. We can't continue to live in our country like slaves. We can't continue to live in our own country like foreigners. This is our country. We can continue to treat one another like that. Is that good for our country? It's not good. Look at all folks. If you see some of the videos from that theater, look at all folks. Imagine old people, some children, the kids, they're still sleeping. Some people nowhere. Government get nowhere. That's just about you can listen to the This is what the president has to say. Yeah. Now what the president has to say. Yeah. The president who should be, talking, feeling sorry for those people. Yeah, so, Ali, why should I? Whether they were, legitimate squatters or not, at least, but, the government need to find, an amicable solution. Yes, the government should have compassion on them. Yes. It is certainly the responsibility of the government.
Are you going to reconsider the appeal? They are appealing to the government now to reconsider them.
Reconsider who?
The
occupants.
The occupants.
The army is entitled to decent livelihood at their place. God is not making new land. That place is for the army.
Okay.
And the army is going there to take it back.
Okay.
So thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you.
So there, you heard the president, right? That yes, the government is not making new land. So they got to make maximum use all of the land the AFL people get. Amen. For God's sake, man. Folks, for God's sake. Black man, for God's sake. The president can't be heartless like that. Why would the president, as old as Boakat is, and will be so reckless and be making those reckless statements as a president of the country? Who do you expect to help those people? Let's assume why it was a disaster that took place. Why? So the government will say, because the government is not responsible because of disaster. Maybe if there was a flood, something like that. So you say, the government is not responsible. Or maybe if there was a heavy storm, and the storm, maybe let's assume that there was a heavy storm and the storm took away roof from houses. That's why they have the disaster management committee. Yes, the government should have those agencies. That in terms of those are natural things that can happen. You don't expect it, but when happy, government will intervene. Government say, government will go there to help. Yes, so I want to bring you the video for the team. We can cross over to the team from the Diaspora. Another video for some of those people who were victimized in relation to the demolition exercise. So let me bring you another one. Then we can cross over that to our team from the Diaspora. I want to share with you something here. Quickly, let me share this with you. So yes, let me just bring you this video quickly. Let me share this with you quickly. Let me share this with you. But folks, we got to keep praying for our country. Liberia is not easy. Things are tough. It is not easy in our country. It's not easy. They are suffering. Liberians are suffering. Liberians are suffering. So let me bring you this one. This is one of the victims. I think you sent it here. Okay. All right. So look at this, folks. Look at this. Okay, I need to have something on Facebook. So I don't know. But let me bring you this. I think I'll open that later. Yeah. All right. So look at this.
See? We just bumped into another lady and she said she's sleeping in her old taxi. You wanna show us?
Yeah,
Oh, somebody's sleeping.
In there too, yeah.
Who's sleeping there now?
My husband.
Your husband?
Yeah.
Can I put the light there so people will see? Wow.
You got our other neighbors in there.
You see, that's a,
in a salon here.
she and her husband. You want to just open the front? Let me. So before you get there, talk about this taxi first.
The taxi used to be parked right in front of my house here. We had it because it got a problem. So
You own it.
Yeah. I own this taxi and this taxi. So.
And this keke. Okay. And what happened?
And so we just about this hour we just had like 1 hour door. So we fear it was fire. We running outside to come see what happened. We saw PSU men with gun with paper. As he received pack, as he received this paper pack. Well, we woke up in confusion. We woke our children up in. As I speak to you now, since I got up that morning, that Saturday morning, I'm not to myself. I'm experiencing a lot of headache. Yeah.
What?
Psychological problem for our children now. Our children, they are not even in school because uniforms are missing, shoes are missing.
Right.
We don't. Our things are just scattered.
Where are your kids?
I share my kids.
Someone asking why you still here.
I'm here because I don't have nowhere to go. I'll be here until every night we can see what to do for us, because the way he tore all of the place as if to say we are zogos or we are dogs. We are not chicken.
How did he come in the picture? Because from what the old man was saying, I mean, like, how did he come in the picture? Did he ever at any moment or any time had some meeting with y'all?
No, for me, he didn't have any meeting, because the day I ever saw him, it was some last year, which was, I think, September.
So, folks, yes. So let me bring you another video again. I want you to see, to get a clear picture of what we're discussing here tonight. So, I'm sure we have all of pictorial evidence, but this video, I want you to see the video. See the video. These are videos about Liberians who have been victimized by the demolition. They are homeless. As you can see, the lady is sleeping in car, and she has, divided her children, because it's such, the situation that she didn't expect it. So maybe let's assume that she has maybe 3 or 4 more baby, and the baby can be in the car. The baby can be sleeping in the car. So all the people around there, all the relatives, all the friends say, "Oh yeah, bring all the baby. Say all the baby too small. Yeah, I'll let the baby be sleeping with me to my house. And in the morning, I'll bring the baby." Yeah, look at almost like this place, as though we are fighting war in our country. Because remember, during those days, during the liberation of Christ, these are things that were happening. Because you just be saying, yeah, boom, yeah, grenade. You see people running, head to scatter. And people go places, there's nowhere to sleep. Then you see them, maybe you see people sleeping in car. But on Paka, imagine under this government. But I have another video here, and I want to show it to you. Let me share this one with you. It's so terrible, so pathetic, so pathetic. So terrible. Folks, let me share another one with you. Yeah. So let me share this with you.
Young baby, the man your pastor she was here, but one would little.
Who the little boy sleeping behind her?
The grandson. The baby said they carry the other children. Some people carry they help me to carry the other 3 children. Young baby, the man your pastor she was here, but one would little say, me carry baby. We keep 5 o'clock Saturday, they cooking on us. And the creator was behind them. As you coming outside, and hear your people here. Start coming outside. All our thing and the corner, they rap. Through everything on it. So I was saying, what's up there? We know. See the thing happen with them calling for help, calling Baka. Your people all they
But Baka didn't tell you to come here.
Yeah.
With the people, well, how did you get this land?
That is my husband talking now.
Oh, that's your husband there.
Yeah. Nobody said anything happen. No help. Every day they coming. They part of the I was saying, what's up?
Wow. So let's come inside. Mama, how are you?
Yeah, fine.
Who the little boy sleeping behind her?
My grandson. The baby said they carry the other children. Some people carry they help me to carry the other 3 children. So you see, Liberians in their own country now, they living at this place. In fact, they're distributing their children because currently they are unable to host them because there's no place. So the other lady, the woman says, she distributed some of her children at least to other people at least, yeah, because maybe they are very small. They can't be sleeping in a car. They sleep in a cave. So this is a man-made cave. So they have created a cave at a very demolition site. So they have maybe built someone a cave and they just go under it to sleep. For God's sake, man. Liberians. But folks, these are things that are happening in our country nowadays. It's good that you are seeing it for yourself. And Liberia is quite terrible. But let's cross over to our diaspora team and see how they see on this matter. Then we can move next to our next talking point. So, please.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, my brother. Thank you so much. I want to start with a Bible verse, which is very common to every one of us, especially as Liberians. In Proverbs chapter 29, verse 2, it says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked rule, the people will mourn. Let's ask ourselves, who is a righteous person? When the Bible talk about, or basically, who is a righteous person? When you look at a definition, it says one who acts in accordance with divine moral, one who respects other people will, one who understands and upholds integrity, fairness, and justice. It's not necessarily one who speaks in tongues 24 hours, but one who respects morality, the rule of law. President Weah is a righteous man. And this is the reason why when he was president of the Republic of Liberia, we saw President Weah taking an unprecedented step to ensure that the people are protected. Somebody will ask another question and say, what is the responsibility of a government? The responsibility of a government is to ensure that the people are saved, or to ensure the safety of the people, the security of the people, and the well-being of the people. That the 3 cardinal responsibility of a government: the safety of the people, the security of the people, the well-being of the people. Since Bweka took over as president of our nation, calamity have befallen this nation. The safety of the people is at risk. Liberians are no longer safe. No, don't believe me. Believe the justice minister when he went at Mika, Oxford 12, who said, Liberia is fastly declining with mob violence and etc., etc. That's the justice minister. It's not me. No, if you think I am lying, go and ask Gregory Como, who when he was interviewed last year on March the 5th by journalists, he said it is unfortunate that they are experiencing a very high crime in areas that they never used to experience crime in. That's Gregory. We'll cut the video, we'll put it out there for people. Today, what is happening in Liberia is a clear example that this government have neglected her constitutional responsibility and doesn't want to even spend 1 hour again there in power. 1 hour. Because when these cardinal responsibilities is neglected by the government, then you waff. And this is what's happening in Liberia. Since Beka took over, there has been numerous demolition exercises in Liberia. The people who are occupying those lands bought it with their hard-earned money through a legal process. Why is it that these things did not happen in previous government? It wasn't as, as popular as it is happening now. Where somebody would jump off from somewhere, break people's houses, claim the whole land and say the whole place for them. But Mo Ali said something. And thank you for sharing that with me, my brother Leo. Probably this evening on the show, we'll talk about it. Mo Ali was confessing and said they have gotten information that there are people who can go to the probate court and gave this guy money to finger the document. And they will take your paper and give you about 20 years back on the document. Once you give them money, then they will give you paper, make some kind of crocodile thing, you carry, then they say, you got this land since 1888. You are occupying the land. According to Mo Ali, not me. Mo Ali said it. Mo Ali said the judiciary system is seriously corrupt. No, not me say it. You don't get vexed with us here. That Mo Ali saying it. That the probate court and the people doing business there. When you just buy land today, you go to the probate court, you get them small money. They can tell you, they can change that document and say you bought the land doing turbo administration or doing how you call chaleking administration. But what we are looking at is to tell you that, look, this government is not what Liberians thought that it was going to be. But we warned Liberians ahead of time that this government have come to destroy, to kill Liberians, and to steal from Liberians. Anybody who dances with the devil have three agendas, which is contrary to the agenda of a true government. The safety, the security, and the well-being. Anybody who dances with the devil has three agendas also. According to that agenda is to steal, to kill, and to destroy the people's life. This is what we are seeing. Every sector of our society has now been destroyed by this particular government. Every sector. You talk about morality. Amen, government. I remember His Excellency President Dr. George Manuel Weah. When similar issue happened, somebody thought that because they were friends. But let me just say this. Go on Emmanuel Gongwe page. Emmanuel wrote it there. Out of stupidity, he wrote it. That, the era man that you're talking about, the man is a friend of President Weah. During President Weah time, their case was in the court. And then I responded to him by saying that, yes, we are happy that you yourself, you confessing with your mouth. Because it means that President Weah will not compromise, even if what you are saying is truth, Emmanuel Gongwe. It means that President Weah will not compromise the people's safety, the people's security for a friend. He can't do it. He will not compromise more than 5,000 persons because, the men are my friends. So therefore, let me allow the law to be trampled upon for my friends. According to Emmanuel Gongwe, you go on his page, he said it. This is to tell you that President Weah will not compromise the safety, the security of the people for one person. That President Weah will ensure that the people's safety, the people's security, and the people's well-being are maintained. That's what we saw. And what doing President Weata? We did not see kind of reckless people coming all around the place and claiming whole land that I bet they say 1888. But listening to even the voice of Joseph Nyuma Boyka is what that is even more discouraging. In times like these, the people need their leader to comfort and console them. In times like these, the people need word of encouragement. In times like these, it's where the president comes in to give his people courage. But guess what? Joseph Nyuma Boyka said, God not creating new land. This man is a useless man that we have mistakenly, through fictitious means, have gotten to the executive mansion. And we are reaping, fellow Liberians, what we sow. That's why we always tell people, make a wise decision, because we're in there for 6 years. The suffering, we are not excited that it is happening, but that's the reality. And nothing we can do about it, because we follow a man who believes in the rule of law. Look, let me tell you, if it is not for President, we can hit Breaker or against Breaker 24 hours. That papa will run jail to say he is early 18. But because of His Excellency President Dr. George Manawia, that continue to absorb the shock, there's the reason why we're seeing people like Breaker misbehaving in the country and behaving like a rebel. I will stop here because it's heartbreaking. And we can't talk everything today. It's over to
Thank you.
Thank you, Prince.
Before the next person can come in, we want to acknowledge Victoria. J. Yes, the phone is not right here, but thank you so much. Yes, because you chipped in a support basket. So thank you, we appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank
so
you,
want to
Victoria. Thank you so much.
So Leo, I think Victoria chip in. Yeah, the phone is not working. I'm sure that is there. So we'll check it out. Yeah, so I just thought to say that on the radio. Thank you so much, man, Victoria. We appreciate it. I hope others will follow suit. Thank you. So the next person can come in.
Yeah, again, thanks, Vic. Thanks, Vic. Guys, please let's follow Sis Vic's direction by supporting the King's Basket. Please, it's a Friday, it's payday. Please, especially those in the diaspora. I also posted the cash app number there. Please, guys, let's visit this medium and try to support the basket. But Prince, and my fellow panelists here, again, let me say good evening and good afternoon to all of our listeners. How can our president sleep at night, soundly wake up in the morning and just go about his business? How does he sleep at night? I mean, it baffles me to see all of these different happenings in the country, different unrest, my brother, bro. But how does this president sleep? You know, a president takes an oath to protect lives and property. What that means, even if one Liberian, I'm talking one Liberian, is left without a shelter, it must worry the president that he will not sleep. I mean, if one Liberian is struggling for something, shelter-wise, it should impress upon the president that it should even create sleepless night for him. But this president, this is the best sleep that will ever happen to him. As a matter of fact, in that video, when he went to visit the fire victim, when the journalist asked him, he checked the journalist out. He said, "You say who?" Look, I always said JMB was the biggest political accident that I've ever had. Biggest political accident. You know, when the people pay you with a greater office, with the hope that you can better their lives, and you do this to them, even the Bible said it in Jeremiah, I will visit the sins of your generation and generation. All GMB is doing, he just said in bad legacy implements for his great-great-grandchildren that will come. Because with that Boyka name connected to that, I mean, look, when you see Liberians that are sleeping outside, I mean, I can't say much. Look at the videos. I mean, parents are divided. Bro, you were 2-3 kids. You say, oh, go to the end of the other one. Parents are, I mean, kids are divided. I'm talking, look, it's a total chaos. I mean, I heard on the other day somebody was equating this to 1990 when it started New Day. I mean, this is where it's going. How does our president sleep at night? But you know, a man without a soul don't care. A man without a heart don't care. This is what this president is. But let me just tell you about this Eric guy, this Eric so-called Johnson guy. You know what we've discovered?
that this guy is doing the biddings for few Lebanese guys who he's promised that land to. Few Lebanese guys have paid this Eric Johnson guy. So it's alleged that they pay this Eric Johnson guy, and because the Eric Johnson guy has some people within the judiciary system go and buy cases, you buy the land. Now what they do to our Liberian people, get rid of them, don't care where they sleep, because JMB is getting his cut, so our Liberian people suffer the victim, become victimized. Amen. Our people must suffer now because Lebanese people has more right in Liberia. Prince, tell me if this is not equal to civil war. How can I tell somebody who will pick up gun? I mean, I'm not trying to incite anything, but a brother who is struggling with his wife and kids, trying to make ends meet, you are doing this to him only for a Lebanese guy to come and sit there. And these Lebanese guys who, when you are working for, they treat our people as little of nothing. How can a brother don't pick up gun and say, you know what, I'm going to shoot up a system? How can that not happen? You see what the puppet brought to us? No, my people, y'all see what this puppet? You see, sometimes I say, be something I do pray for the puppet because the Bible asks that we should pray for our leaders. But even me, I find myself, it's hard to do. It's hard. I only want to do that because I want the betterment of my people. But this person has totally told us that, you know what, whether you're evacuate them or you're roll over them with yellow machine, whether they die, I don't care. JMB said it. You saw on a live feed when he said who, that the AFL take the property back, whether they get it or not. You can read between the lines what the person is telling us. So, bro, I've spoken on this issue too many times, and the more I was on the Prince show the other day, and I almost got emotional. But you know, whenever it comes to the ill treatment of my people, I take it so personal. That's why I decided to get so quiet, because I have families that are. Look, these people must not be connected to us directly, because Liberia, either way, we are interrelated. We are all one family, Prince. So if like that video, you saw that woman and her husband sleeping in a car, look at her grandchild. We are trying to prepare the future. We are trying to prepare the kids for the future. But the kids are not being prepared, but rather they are subjected to sleeping on the bridge in their own country. Newsflash, even slaves are treated better today than those people are being treated in Liberia. But bro, take it away, man. Take it away. Take it away, brother.
You know, when you and Prince have spoken, it can be good. And I want to say greetings to all our fellow classmates that are following on the live feed and those that are home following the radio. But let me tell you something. I want to be a little bit practical, and I want us to listen attentively. What is government? Government was created from the day God created human being, when he gave the responsibility to Adam from the Christian perspective, and then Adam requested for a female to be a partner. And God said, take domain over everything I create. So government was created from that example to take care of the human being and the land property. Now, in the West, where we live, the government built homes, properties. To make it more fun, the government passed through to create more jobs for other. The government passed through individuals who they feel making effort in the various areas to build more homes. Then they sell those homes and rent those homes. So that's the responsibility of a government. You in the US, you in Europe, government built, they pass through private other company, they build enough home, beautiful home, well designed. And those homes, they put them into categories. They got low income home for people who are not earning much. So in our case, government care less. They are not responsible. They're not building home. They're not doing this. So what you do is this as a government. In such a case, before you take people, especially for Liberia case where we fought years of war, people displaced, people came from all over and came and settled in those areas. So if you want to take people from those areas because it was a negligence on the family part, like I believe Prince said something, and I think that what's going on, there is a new criminal business that have been established in Liberia about land grabbing. They're using the judiciary system, few individuals in the judiciary to backdate land deeds. But Liberians are not exposed to that one. The garden will eat many people before we get exposed to it. By that time, it's late. But what's going on right now? They are backdating the deeds to exploit people, especially in strategic lands that are located in the central town where developments are already focused. So that's what they're doing, because what is going on is that most of these families, they have the mother deeds of the land. But guess what? Their parents sold the land, and because they have the mother deed, they can come back to reclaim it, even when you have another deed. So it's criminal. So people need to look at that. Now, someone and myself will honor a live feed, and then the person say, oh, you don't see the country you're living in and how it's beautiful. You want like brother get beautiful alive. The country we live in, the people never woke up one day and start taking people from properties and start bossing places. No. The people get, anytime they want to do something as a development, they have what we call resettlement strategy or plan in place. So if you really want to do development, you will have that in your budget. It like you telling yourself that, look, I want to move on it. Can you move? Can you just move? If you say you want to build a house, but you're still renting, can you abandon your rent and say, I will put all the money in my house, the way the landlord not take you out of the house? So you will still have to be paying your rent while building your house. So the government, I want to give you a practical example. When I was in Zambia, I experienced this in Zambia. There was a guy who won a land dispute from the government angle. I said it, I think, on Julia J show when I called. And he won the case because of a very big land, have thousands of people on the land. The guy won the case with the government because he sued certain people there and they won the case. So the government told him, look, we will give you the land, but after a year, because we want to put in place certain mechanism before we take the people from the land. Right in Zambia. Zambia in Africa, they ain't in Europe. They're not in America. You know what the people did? The people built, you can remember when all milking Mule, if you go free zone, you know the free zone, those houses the people built, just a container. But everything can be, it's a bathroom, everything the government built those places and relocated those people before they gave that man the land. And what they did to him. So our government not responsible enough for that case that happening in Liberia or over there. I can challenge you, $10 million can solve that problem. I want to give you another practical example when President we were building the PHP park. Not the PHP park, but the Invisible 11 park. Opposite Ellen John's Ellie House. Do you know that that whole area is a government land? Do you know that? Do you know that place that those people built on the PHP park where they're living? All of them, we are supposed to take them out of that place so that the PHP park can have a real wide space, and so that the Invisible park can have a real wide space like it is at the PHP park. But guess what we are dead when he and Chokombi. We are said no, we can't move those people because they are already living there. So what we will do is we make them to temporarily live and stay with their neighbors, and we build all those places uniquely for them and pin it and give it back to them free. Let them live in their houses so that it can give a beautiful facelift to the park. So if we was thinking like what kind of thinking you are going to sweep all the people but then care less just because of park. And I may tell you something today. Maybe people taking it to be for fun. I gave you 3 years from now, all those places that the government breaking, there will be nothing that will be built there. They are just on flow show, total flow show. Nothing will be built there. It's just a fiasco. They on I-7. They want to show the Liberian people that they're doing something because they're always confused. And each time they act like they're doing something, God still expose them. So they ain't doing anything. I gave you one woman, I listened to her interview just now before I came on the show. She said, me, I'm not hurt. I'm not hurt. When the government want to come, they can come. But the only thing they must just build, they must just do development at their life. Fiasco, the government will build nothing down there. Nothing meaningful they will build there. Nobody not against development. Everyone want like Moreover or Liberia to be beautiful. But when you want development, you have to consider the human being's dignity. Because you govern for the human beings. Who told you development is only in the beautification of the houses? Development is in the beautification of your human beings. How well they are fed, how well they are taken care of. Because when the human beings are well taken care of, they will have IQ. They will have the capacity to think. You think those people who live in funny places, they're happy to be there? They are not happy to be there. But because of what life gave them, the country they found themselves in. So your responsibility as government is to create the avenue for your citizens to have a decent life, livelihood, and then now you can carry on the development in the terrain. So everything that Bwaka doing, and let me give you one example before I close. Bwaka himself need to be evicted. Bwaka built on the main road in our country. Where Bwaka house is a government land. But government in the past decided to buy a house because they know the condition of the people. Bwaka house is on government land. That place is a road. What Bwaka built a house is a big road. That place is supposed to be evicted. Why they never evicted him? So when we're talking about first-class eviction, Bwaka should be the number one person to be evicted from a land, from that place, because it's a government area. You see the Papa, all the road there. So he actually doing wrong. And I want to say something to the AFL. The AFL was totally demolished after the Civil War. Now, I see the AFL coming saying they want to reclaim, I know what kind of play, right in, going to rail that kind of central town. There are a lot of lands available that the AFL can relocate and build a barrier. You don't take people from that place. First of all, what AFL coming do in that kind of populated terrain? I want to give you another example. That same scenario happened in Cote d'Ivoire, right near them. There was a barrier that the people go, the army in Cote d'Ivoire, they call it the gendarmerie, another area, they're not the army per se, but they get another group of security forces, they call it gendarmerie. In the Cote d'Ivoire, they had a base that they abandoned, and no people built property around that area. You know what happened? The gendarmerie abandoned that place and gave their entire barrier to the citizens to use it as an estate, and they relocated the gendarmerie base to another place. Why are they not learning from even your neighbor there? Our country, I don't understand where we're going. So I want to stop here. Maybe we will go in detail, but there are a lot of things we can bring into the picture. Gendarmerie, they abandoned that place. It's taken over now by civilians, and they're going forward. So that's it, my brother. It's so pitiful, but sometimes we just leave our country because our country part of the only country me I see on earth are giving God a hard time. Different things just happening every day.
Certainly. All right, so you're right, and we'll have to make sure we'll continue fighting. We'll not give up, like we're always saying. So, despite the different situations, we wouldn't give up. We'll continue fighting for our country, because the thing is, Leo, Prince, Montgomery, nobody, will face it. Will face the thing for the whole situation. Nobody will face it for us, only ourselves. All of what happened in the country, nobody will leave their country to come face it. We gotta face it. That's why we need to stand tall. We need to stand tall. Yes, we really need to stand tall. Too many things happening in the country, and like the Prince said, and Leo, the government has responsibility. Like when Prince provided a definition of government, most especially the form of government, practice in Liberia, democracy, government by the people, for the people, and all of that. So the central government has responsibility to improve livelihood. So the whole thing we're talking about bread and butter issue, we're talking about bread and butter issue is about addressing those issues that has to do with, the livelihoods of the ordinary citizens, not the elites, like I said on the other presentation the other day. Because the elites already have money. So they can go to any store, maybe they can just sit down and order maybe 50 bags of rice. They get money, they are the elites. But the bread and butter issue does not affect them. It affects the ordinary people. Like maybe one woman will go to Raleigh market, she can lay $100 or $150 or $200 Liberian dollars, and goes that $200 Liberian dollar will be able to maybe get rice, you buy a little okra, buy a fish, and she can be able to get something for us here to go cook and eat. That's the bread and butter issue. And all of them, California is bragging about bread and butter issue when Liberians are languishing abject poverty, extreme poverty, bare basic needs, food, shelter, and clothing. And those people, there's no shelter for them. So it means one of their basic needs has been subtracted because their basic needs are food, shelter, and clothing. But no longer they no longer have shelter. There's no shelter for them. No one for them to sleep. And this is fundamental. The right to shelter. Yes, I think they should have somewhere to lay their head. President Baka went to Sheffield Barry. Yeah, the case in Barry. I think there was a fire incident that took place there. Yesterday, President Baka went there. President Baka gave 5,000 United States dollars plus 10 days arrest to the victims. But since that Satan thing happened, President Baka, in fact, President Baka already said God will not create new land again. For the president, he go there and say, "Oh yeah, there's something that happened." I think the Satan demolition took place before Edward Kessley barracks in Sheffield, Margery County. But the president was able to go there because that barrack in the EFL people area. He was able to go there to go identify with them. He gave 5,000 plus 10 days arrest. But at least go identify with them. The fact is, those people's homes have already been demolished. I don't care what happened now, it will not come back. It's already done. The damage has already been caused. It will not come back. But what will it cause the president? At least just go. Yes, at least you the father for the nation, to just go see what happened there, to just identify with them. At least your presence will ease some of the tension. At least, the president is in solidarity. That's be in solidarity with them. That you stay with them in these moments. That's what we expect from the president. But you prefer going to the barrack because he said that EFL people there. So he's showing more concern. He prioritizes the EFL people over the very people there. And those very people, 2029, you'll be running to them. Today you have displaced them. You have made them homeless. You don't need them right now. Yes, you don't need them. You don't care about them right now. But 2027, 2028, you'll be going back to them because you want power. Because you want power. So that will be the time you will know their importance. But right now, you less care about them. You say, let people, let them sleep in cave, let them sleep. Anywhere, I don't care. If I said another area, they are illegal occupants. Whether illegal occupants or not, central government should do something. Those people have been living there for years. Yes. But where has been the government? If all the things that you're talking to get either one. There's something called eminent domain. For example, let's assume somebody have lived somewhere for more than 20 years. And nobody coming to say they play for me. And the person developed that area. Then all of a sudden somebody come and say, the legitimate owner. Where have you been for the past 20 years? That he didn't go. He said that place had property. He didn't go there to go see what's going on there. But somebody has been there for 20 years, has developed the land. Only to go there, you say, you want to claim all of the property. You say, you are the legitimate owner. We can't continue to live in our country like this. We can't. It's wrong. It's wrong. So the government needs to do something about those people. The government, some of those people, they are children. They are not in school right now as we speak. They are not in school. Because no place to sleep, their uniform. Where are they going to take by find the money to go to school? They can't even find their shoes. Look at the situation. What happened to their children? So they should now be crying all of neighbors. So to say, even wishing they tell one of their kids, let my daughter go sleep with because she's so much get me in the cool. Let my son go sleep with I beg you. In the morning I'll come for him. How long would they be those kind of how long are they going to continue living like that in their own country? Like this place? No. Then the president is saying that God is not going to create land. But that's one thing that baffles me. The whole life, we live in, everything is vanity. Land, work, skyscrapers. The whole life we live in is vanity. The most important thing is the human relationship. And that's why I've always told most of my friends that everything we do here today, is periodic. Yeah, we only have short period, that mission, after a mission, you go back. After a mission, you go. That vanity. But the relationship matters. The human relationship. Always. That's why it's always good to show love to your fellow man. It's good. Like a lady, look at this. Look at this video. The woman who invested so much. Invested so much money. And today they say that she should leave. If I say before even the eviction, before the eviction, if I say you ever put where they barricaded the entire area, they put social power and the woman who area she get cancer. Yes, imagine, for God's sake.
The AFL move is not ordinary; it is sinister. I think they have an inner motive. They're not doing it ordinarily, and the opposition should pay attention to that. Because for you to be having barred now in the middle of the city, wanting to equip a military barricade within the middle of the city, that is a long-term plan for an enough and evil motive. It is not ordinary. Now, that's something ordinary they are doing. People should pay attention to that. And I don't know, maybe the opposition, I don't know. These guys, they do what they are doing. They are calculating ahead of time.
Yeah.
And we can promise the AFL, if you do that, you will plunge the country into another civil war.
Yeah. And it's very, very important you said that, because I think I said that on another show that the president, Joseph Boakai, is trying to privatize the AFL. What do I mean? He's trying to position in the AFL in his position. But the AFL should be for the people. Look, in other countries, you will find AFL. I mean, the National Army, we call them National Guard here, or the military, right? They are the ones building tents, building homes for people who are disabled, displaced. The AFL, the army is supposed to be on the ground, whether building temporary housing or whatnot. But what Boakai is strategically doing, he is privatizing them for himself. But like I always say, when you think once, Joe, we are thinking twice ahead of you. Bro, we know some of these things. People within his own inner cycle are delivering messages to us that we are knowing. So, these are not strange news. We know about it. I just thought to add.
You see, to just come in on this is to tell you that this is a government that does not even have a plan for the Liberian people. I remember when President Weah was the president, the armed forces of Liberia engineering battalion was even used to rehabilitate roads. The 14, Gorbachev market today, the armed forces of Liberia play a pivotal role. I remember there was a flooding somewhere in this place on the Busher Island going toward VOA area. There was a flooding. We saw the armed forces of Liberia there, going there to assist. There's a place called the Crab Hole, going there to assist. Now, what we're looking at is to tell you, like you rightly said, that Boakai is doing something sinister, but we are observing him. The way Boakai spoke, that was the most reckless word that will ever come from a leader. For you to stand and just assume and just give ruling that the land is for the army people. Hey, Boakai, this was the same reckless way that Boakai spoke, that today the government is not able to bring down any case against those who are politically being persecuted by this government, the likes of Honorable Funati Kofa and the rest of the other people, Abu Bana Kamara, Dixon Sibo, and etc. It was the same way when he went on the site, he recklessly spoke, endangering the security of our nation and other people by saying, the hooligan there, that when they play, up to now, we can't see the hooligan, but we know who are they. Because that Gregory Como and his people burned down that particular place. It was the same reckless statement that Mr. Boakai made at that particular scene when he was asked by the journalist that, Mr. President, the people are appealing. Who the people? the land for the army people. When did Bweka become a surveyor in that particular country to know the demarcation of the army land? When he became a surveyor? These are all reckless statements that endanger the lives of your citizens. But now we expect the military. Remember that there is a disaster relief fund in the budget in Bweka office, and there's a disaster relief fund where that money is. Where is that money? Why is it by now we seeing like what President Weah did in 2019 when the people there in Old Road at home were gutted by fire? He took these people, relocated them on the highway, built a place for them, gave them money at least to be able to find a way to, to settle themselves. Today, what is Bweka doing? Bweka is making reckless statement. God is not making new land again. You read? Because through the grace of God, through President Weah, he was able to help you. That through miracle, you have a new heart. So you read to say God not making new land again. When people are sleeping in the streets, look at what is happening. It's almost like during the wartime. In fact, it's even the condition is even worse than the war situation, because for war you already know that it is war. You got to prepare yourself. But look at what is happening. This is how gangster lead. Even the gangster in Haiti will not behave in such a manner to go knock people door in the net. They say, yeah, as soon as the comes out, he say, hold paper, we're breaking the house down. What kind of gangsterism government is this? What kind of thing we are experiencing under the hands of this government? But we'll continue to say these people, when they get on their knees, they must thank His Excellency President Dr. George Manuel Weah that continue to absorb the shock of that nation. Because if it is not because of President Weah and the way and manner in which he continue to absorb the shock and to continue to talk to Liberians, look, Bweka will be gone in less than 24 hours. Democratically, he will be gone, because it is the right of the people to protest against the government. We make Bweka to understand that that country is not Foya, it's not his home in Wasonga. But again, this is what you have. When you have a president speaking recklessly, you endanger the lives of the people. You put the country at risk. Do you know how many people are homeless today? These people have been there from the 80s. This to tell you that the land, they ain't just go to take the land to say, oh, we're going to go take the land. They bought the land. Government should not come in. But Bweka will be spending the money on traveling from one area to the other. But today, he's not able to spend the money to relocate these people. Today, Bweka is taking money and spending it on things that you have no reason to spend money on birthday party. Remember the last time you were having birthday party? Here is it. The people need the real rescue. The people there in Seattle and other area. And as we speak, there's just series of demolition exercises just going all around the place. What kind of nonsense is this? But remember, it was foretold. Some of us who will say the politics are, some of you will not believe, but the men of God said it. Thank God that Teacher Light always playing it. The station here will always play it. He said, that man called Bukeni, when you allow him to the seat of the presidency, the old will suffer, the young will suffer, the rich will suffer, the poor will suffer. And this is what's happening. Prophecy has been fulfilled right in front of our eyes, and we think that is fun. Look at Honor Bweka regime. The church that is supposed to stand in the nation is not divided. The men where say they're doing mia, they on the other side. The other people where say, okay, we're going straight, they're on the other side. Look at what is happening. Strange things are happening in Liberia. Look at what is happening. To the extent that you will have people sodomizing our children. You have somebody who minister, hey man, my man, deputy minister for NSA, what kind of woman you want, you will not get it. Just by introducing yourself alone, the women there, they want to see you. They will be grateful to even establish a relationship with you. You see other one, but you don't be on some kind of labor, you go do your feet that you are going to damage him, you are going to sit down, his life are going to be finished. But God was able to gave that boy life to expose. Look at what happened at the Ministry of Youth and Sports. The place they're supposed to be protecting youth, that they play the raping youth. Our man, Gale Como, decide, call him, say, what you do? How you do it? Anyway, small knock for that. Don't worry, I will close it. No DNA machine in the country. Fellow Liberians, our children's lives are at risk. We, as the elders, our lives are also at risk. But again, this is what you voted for. We will not be able to do anything unorthodox. We'll wait for the legal process. But as it is, the nation is in a doom days. Imagine a deacon is taking charge of a nation and the nation going this way. This man is a devil worshiper, like he told us. He's dancing with the devil. And that's what's happening. No way that a deacon will serve a nation like this. Then you see the nation going helter-skelter. If they're not running behind journalists to try to slap them or to eliminate them, they're running behind people to break their homes. If they're not running behind people, the police will be shooting people in Kinjor. Up to today, look at what is happening. With all of the injustice that have been perpetrated by this government, not a single person has been made to account for their evil act. Not a single person. You have Gele Coleman will go to Kinjor, massacre our people, and walk scot-free. They will look at Moluba, Matthew Moluba, a brother who was to some extent mentally, he was sick. That brother in his room, he said, I want to go nowhere. Police say, he want to go nowhere. That heaven you will go. Say, he want to go to hospital, you will go to heaven. Bow, 8 times. And nobody is held responsible. An innocent child who was helping his uncle to build horse. Police say they're running behind somebody who's selling drugs. They look at the boy, you go fire the boy. It is unfortunate. But again, this is what we have it. It's upstairs. This is what we are. And the only thing that we can do is to continue to encourage our people as we expose this government. But Liberia is in a doom days.
You're right. So, folks, so that's it. Yeah, Liberia is in a doom day. So we need to keep fighting. We need to keep fighting, folks, for this country, because or else, if we can stand up right now, then we will have to hold our peace forever. At that time, it will be too late. Yes, but this is the time for us to stand up for our country, Liberia. You see what happening in the DR Congo, the M23 rebel 14 government forces and all of that? Because these are some of the reasons. The high can start, small like this. The high can start. Yes. And when I say that, yeah, those people, the United Party people, they plunge this country into chaos. It will not work. It won't work. Absolutely. It won't. We need to stand up. So let me play you this video. After the video, go to the call lines and get your interaction. So this is a lady from the 72nd area, and who has been crying out, crying. Yeah, she really been crying out for help. Appealing to the government at least to have some consideration, to go to the negotiation table to see how they can negotiate. But how many people are supposed to be in the bush? And like they say, how many people kind of how they say that? How many people, the Soya people belong in the bush? The barracks will be far, or maybe somewhere on the highway. You can't have barracks in central Monrovia, in the heart of the city. How many people not supposed to be in the heart of the city? They're supposed to be in the bush. That's where they belong. So let me play this. Let me play this.
Actually, for like 30 days, I can't like me more. I can't get out. I can't get out. International community comes over here. Liberia. Oh, my people, now they got Liberia who want it. Now they got Liberia who want it. Now they talk about Liberia who want it. Rescue team, you say you can rescue us, I tried rescue team, you say you can rescue us, I tried Every people talk about property, we tried
So that's it for she's drowning. She needs help right now. Yeah, she really needs help right now. So that's why the government needs to intervene. The government needs to do something about it. While it's true that she has been given 13 days to leave, yes, they can still negotiate because she has invested so much in that area. 500,000 plus United States dollars, that is small money, and to just take it away within just few days, it's so heartbreaking. Yes. So heartbreaking. And just quite recently, there has been protests about 800 workers. there's a company that was subcontracted by ArcelorMittal to supply, water for, the washing of the mine. So I think there has been protesting. I think 2 days ago, 1 or 2 days ago, the workers were protesting for their just benefits.
Sure.
Their just benefits. I want to I just want to just bring you that video so you can see it for yourself. So everywhere people are complaining. Then you get Father Minister who says if I say they will increase, and if I say they are reversed. Harmonization for the Liberal Anti-Corruption Commission, the Liberal Drug Enforcement Agency, the Supreme Court, bench judges of the Supreme Court, and the GAC, the General Auditing Commission. They are reverse harmonization. And I think you saw the reporter from former Finance Minister Samuel Tuwe try to explain, provide some expert opinion as to what is harmonization and how it should be done. And that's why Samuel Tuwe said those entities, those are, like the GSC, like the Liberal Anti-Corruption Commission, those are autonomous agencies, and those entities will never harmonize. Yes, I think you read that, you followed that. But let me bring you this video. About over 800 workers of AFCOMS. They have been protesting for benefits. They are just benefits. The information is their contract is about to be concluded, and they are yet to receive their benefits, because anytime the contract will be finished anytime soon. So now the company does not want to give their just benefits. So they have been protesting. So let me just bring you the video quickly so you can see what I'm talking about. Yes. So let me bring you this video quickly. Okay, I think I got it. Here's it. So you can see 2 minutes it happening, 1.2 billion, but people still cry. Everybody cry. Where are we? Oh, yeah, imagine everybody crying for salary. See they increase salary. They have reverse harmonization. So everything going to the startup code, right? Yeah. Let me bring you this, man. Let me bring you this. I just want you to take at this. Just take a look at this. Share this. Okay. I think here we are. We are here. Yes, I think I got it here. Yes, over 800 workers of AFCOMS, they are protesting for their just benefits. No benefit, no work. Yeah, but too many things happening in the country, folks. Ready? Too many things happening in this country. But there's two is Liberia. Let's keep fighting. Let's go to the telephone lines and get your interaction. 0772 23 99 33 0886 40 44 97 0777 98 03 75. We have the Diaspora line here, so you can keep your calls coming right now. Let's get your interaction on the program. Face the Issues, the Diaspora edition tonight. Let's go to the line and see what we can speak with this person. Hello? Oh, yes, the person slipped off the line. And 0772 23 99 33 0886 30 44 97 0777 98 03 75. And we have this caller here. Good evening. Good evening.
Hello?
Yes, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
What's your name?
My name is Victor P. Tabo, commonly outside. I do join you from Battery Factory to South Africa.
Peter, go to the point. You only have 1 minute. Go to the point. You only have 1
Thank
minute.
you for having me. Brother, I just want to say this to you. I'm one person who don't love betrayal. I don't let people who betray the struggle. I don't care how you feel, but I must speak the man. I must speak the fact. You see, George Manawia came to rescue us. We did not listen to George Manawia. Today, the Liberian people frustrated the struggle. They choose to go for Joseph Nyimambweka. And today, they are crying. You expect me to feel for them. I cannot feel for a betrayal. George Manawia was the one who was able to put bread and butter on my table to make sure my kids go to school. I didn't pay the school fee, and I didn't address the bread and butter issue at my home. But today, it is not working for me. And someone there crying, you may cry blood. I don't care. I don't care for betrayal. No. Today, tomorrow, you heard my city. When George we lost the election, I cried for 1 month. Today, someone crying and you expect me to talk. When I talk, you cut me up. No. I love Joseph. The other George is my heartbeat because I know George have love for Mama Liberia. And they choose to go for what they're written today. And when I speak, someone somewhere because you have the show, you cut me up. I said no to you. I love George because George was in the interest of the Liberian people. What the people choose is what they get today. I'm not going to feel for a betrayer. I'm not going to feel for whosoever you may cry. But I know one day, God.
All right, my brother, thank you. You have exhausted your 1 minute. Time, 1 minute. Let's go. Emmanuel Nimle is on the line. Emmanuel, good evening. Welcome to the show.
Okay, good evening, Newton, and good evening to all the militant Prince, Leo, and Bro. Good evening. Gone are those days where you see people sit in the diaspora and they're buying weapons to go and carry on disaster on our Liberian people. Gone are those days. I first want to say greeting to our Moses of our day, President Weah, who is crossing off over from the hands of those guys from the fallen angel. I want to say kudos to him, continue your good work. God recognize your effort. And I also want to speak to the situation right now in the country. I first want to ask, where is Dara DeLong, who had a light, the senator from Maserati, because it's not small invasion is going on in Maserati right now. Where is the senator? Where is how you call him, or just where his name? Sir Joseph, who on the safe side or left now. Where is he? The senator from Maserati County. Since the invasion took place, the people that voted them all up. Some of them said they voted them because the people were disenchanted, and some of them said that they had enough men or enough voter because of the enough voter President we were against them. Now the enough voter have been rulers. What are they doing? What are they doing? They need to speak up. We want to hear their voices. Dara DeLong, Sir Joseph, we want to hear you people. What are you people saying about the people that you're senators for? These people are rulers. The president is saying now, no more, God is not giving land anywhere anymore. So where are you people saying? What really are you people saying about the people that voted you? You know, brother, before I leave the land, I just want to say the thing Joseph Parker looking for, he will get it. He will surely find it. Take it from me. And let me leave the last message with his children. Tantan, Rana, if you think that we don't know you, we know you. We will embarrass you after your father regime. And Joseph Parker will not stay on our alley. The law will be the law. Thank you, and thank you so much, brother.
Newton, we are not
Good
getting you.
evening, Newton, and good evening to Prince and the bro from France and the rest of the panelists there. No, I just want to ask you a question to this government. Who is actually against development? And when you develop the country, it's for who? These are the questions I think Joseph Boakai and his government is supposed to answer. And a few little boys are flying on Facebook trying to post they wanting to give it a $5 scratch card to post nonsense on Facebook. Sorry me for my expression. But the thing is, if you develop a country, for who? Is it not for the citizen? If you develop a country, if you build a road, for who? Is it not for the citizen to drive or walk on the road? But it beat my imagination that you as the government will prefer the people you chicken when sometimes you see some of the children, it happened to Ghana. No, it did not happen like that in Ghana. Jerry were not just breaking places. Jerry Rowland was moving people from one place to another. When he developed this place, he come to this community and moved everybody from our community and carried them to where he developed and then break down the other community. That's what Jerry Rowland was doing in Ghana. Jerry Rowland was not going to Little Town and just breaking down people's houses because he said people built on the alley. Why it's true that people build on the alley, but these people are your citizens. How do you feel to see them being displaced? They don't have nowhere to go, and you say you are building a road for who purpose? For what purpose? If you will turn Liberia into gold and diamond, all the street life should be gold and diamond, and you don't have the citizens to enjoy that beauty. What have you done? So you see what the white prince was saying from the beginning, that when the how they call the voice of Prince quoted from Proud Voice. When suffer. So you see that? This is it. Because I was surprised to see our president to answer a question concerning his citizen that he was answering for dogs. Because even the first response, when the journalist asked Mr. Boakai, Joseph Boakai, and say they are appealing, he said, who? That means he dismissed the presence of those citizens completely. He dismissed it. So it means that he don't even want to hear that the citizens of his country, the people that stood in the line, the people that stood in the ring to say we will protect our vote, we will vote for Joseph Boakai no matter what. He dismissed their presence. He don't recognize them no more.
Certainly.
He don't recognize them no more.
Right.
But you see, it's up to us, Liberian. This is why they say when you're angry, when people say things to you and you're angry, when you want to take decision, quiet down. Every man, when you reach to your house, I don't care what kind of hardship cut you outside there, and they say something to you and you want to take decision, it is about time you quiet down and self-reflect before you go into that action, before you take decision. That's what is happening to Liberia. The reality was before Liberian, but Liberians did not look at it. Liberians decided to pay deaf ear. Coming later, Liberians decided to pay deaf ear, blinding their eyes to development that was going on, and opening their ears to lies that caught up with them today. In this very community where community set for the presidency of Joseph Boakai. Indeed, you see what our people are going today. This is the wickedness. Because he said, I will dance with the devil. And anybody that dances with the devil, the results of the devil don't give things out free. You must pay. Thank you, and God bless you, Nita.
Oh, Lita, how you doing? Yeah, thank you for the sugar, Steady. Oh. That's my people in the diaspora maturing. So before that inside, the Baka have no wisdom. No wisdom. You need your people are crying for God's sake. Little for God's sake. The people crying that have rain in the sun. Say you are protecting both today. You have the people in this country. But a person when the animals, the two animals and suffer. We suffer in our very we suffer in our hell. When any people are working for the diaspora that in the job, today they are enjoying with suffering. So what is going on? All over the country, crying, no peace in this country. On a Baka station. They say they may have for the 2-year experience. They did not get wisdom to teach you. You be very rude and arrogant. You see the right thing. No. They pour having their hope for you to come and talk for them. Even when you laugh with them, let them come down. The spirit go up. But little they never got there and asking questions, telling the people who are to be paid for, who are to consider. For God's sake, that they are not doing it. They voted for you, for me. All of me that is showing that video, I think the first video last night. I saw all for them of Waka. You are causing where yesterday you should go. You are picking, you are dancing Buka. You are causing where people are suffering. Then you are looking at them and touching their hope. Talking about the armed land. God will not be a land for God's sake. Last day, poor talking. Let people can do. I will come back and talk to the army. He will talk to the army. They will listen. But I told you, I said, never, but I didn't want to put you there at dinner. And they put it down over there. You want to put army over the election time so they can intimidate us. Trust me. Trust me. What happened to every last night? I see for every last night. They want to get everything in that car last night, but I walk over there, everyone in that car. The whole thing come from. And go to kill every two. Why can I get no vision for this country? Let you care. See and destroy our land. Man have work for us. You want to bring war. And what you looking for? What you looking for? We don't get access to more and get in the street. The street where you get, you call army. How many you get in this country? How many police you get here? You two will be a fellow get in the street for the time coming. You talk about? Tell your broker the time coming for that time. That time will reach. It coming small. When you push people to the war, when they pass by, somebody get happy.
All right, my sissy, thank you for your contribution. Yeah, my sissy, she's so fiery. Okay, I think Edmond Carr is on the line. Let's go to Edmond and let's hear from Edmond. Edmond, good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening, Edmond. Welcome.
Yeah, thank you. Let me say hi to our diaspora brothers. Thanks for the work that you guys do for country. This is Edmond Carr. I'm the visually impaired that now pushing for the return of President Weah 2029. You know, sometimes when we are acting off Facebook and on the radio and seeing the Unity Party people acting the way they act, I can just be laughing at them. Because if this is a development that you are defending, you are going to pay for it politically. You know, this is the biggest joke that I ever see. A government that you hear that parties saying, "Oh, we're coming back. We're going for a second term. We're going for a second term." Then you see them perpetrating the kind of mayhem against their people. But like I said on one of the show, like I said, the opposition, we need to be on top of our game because you don't overlook these kinds of things. So saying the black eye government are fully aware that they have lost or just under 2 years, they are trying to create earlier voter fatigue in the people. You don't take them for a joke. Because if I am homeless, I cannot find food. Where I have the desire to go stay in land, to go register and grab voter registration card. So there is no that will overlook anything that Bwaka is doing here. They will be sending earlier voter fatigue in the voter to discourage them for the electoral process. Look at the places that they are going. Populator error, vote reach error, they are going there. And I said that they will not stop here. Even when the registration term start,
Wakai and his collaborators are going to marginalize CDC, district, CDC, counties. And this is how we need to be on top of our game. When you notice any of these, you should be able to take seize of the matter and make sure that the right thing is done, because they will not stop here. The election will not want to be on 2029. The guy will continue to play their game, their evil game, while we are moving towards 2029. So we just need to be on about our game and make sure the right thing is done. When I heard Bwaka say to consider who, he even confused the gentleman that his police got to help him in his store. The gentleman didn't complete after his question. Bwaka interrupted reconsider who? The guys have to come in to help you complete. So what are you referring to who? The question we asking. Like praying people today you talk about consider who? And we pray for them. We hope that things get better for them, because it's painful to invest money in the kind of bad economy, and then all of a sudden it is broken down. So here is the commander in chief. He will find a way to address it. Okay? But he failed to do so, because that's Bwaka right there. When Bwaka says yes over, Liberia going to be serious, because all he do is he lacks the ability to solve problems. All he do to create problems, that's what he do. Watch his past record. The collaborating political party, when he took over, he destroyed it. So he is here to destroy Liberia. And we will have a whole lot of work to do. It's not a joke, because he's going to destroy every sector of our country. So that you that will come out, you will have more work to do. But thanks, man. You can say thanks to our guy in the diaspora.
Okay, thank you so much, Ed Mokai. Thank you. We appreciate you so highly. And I'll take 3 more calls, then we can cross over to our diaspora team. Yeah, 3 more calls, beginning with this person from the women's line. Good evening.
Good evening, Leo.
Good evening. What's your name?
Yeah, Victoria Barclay for Johnson Day. Thank you very much. I just entered my house. I will say I call you leader here from the bush. But thank you very much. Okay. No, my brother, I'm calling you Liberia. The Liberia more quicker and stay. While going on, we say they go to far for, I mean, they go to the second, they go to Satan. While going on, they God never come with Bwaka to destroy the country to make the Liberian homeless. You see how the damage Senor doing an Afghanistan, they make our mother and our father and they are letting the boy make them homeless. Now they say God never come back when they listen to me tonight. People to Nikusha and West Point, that we send out a call for Bwaka to bring the EPA and we to able to kill off that Liberia. What that day. We will not say the memo bring the guns for them for America to continue to destroy our country to make us homeless. You are welcome, Liberia, where your end now, you are welcome. Because when you call on, we will come outside. Then they make everybody because they make us destroy the country in Campbell. They make us destroy the country the same way they destroy. Send us to them, the people they are homeless. And the same thing they come by again. They are come by again and the same people. They are come by again. Then you need people they are come by to destroy the country for the great of homeless. They're not coming to do nothing. Or the African they destroy the people down there. They will not do nothing. Nothing they make to build the country. It will make that war homeless. Instead, say you're not for me 2017 and you're for me over me. I will wear your chocolate and I will come back. What can I say there? That's what you're working. Democracy there. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you so much. And let's go to the second person. For now, we'll go to the final caller. Then we'll cross over to our team. So Joseph Colley is on the line. Let's speak with Joseph from the diaspora. Joseph, good evening. Welcome to the program.
Hey, good evening, Newton, Leo, Prince, and to my man, bro, and to Mama Liberia, our Liberian people. You see the part about it, it's just unfortunate. Because if you look at the Pape, look at the Pape history in life that we live. Useless. Have never been any good help to the Liberian people. That is so useless life they don't want to bring on the Liberian people. You're running the people out of their houses. You got no help, no contribution. No thought process came from to even be saying, no, not making new lay again. You, my brothers and sisters, why don't you make sense of that? Where that thought process from? That God not making new lay again. That just show the inaptitude of this party. He's not a leader. That man is a rebel. The rebel attitude that he didn't know what he was doing, that all he bringing to the Liberian people. How can you be there as a Liberian? The mind, man. You see people, look at the people sleeping in the street. Is that a Liberian you brought for the people? That you said children are not going to be selling no more? You just think to make them hopeless and the raping thing that will be, that all the drug behind you people. Because a lot of them women are hopeless, they ain't got nowhere to stay. Then they can just jump beyond their children, rape them, and do whatever they got to do. But all drugs creating for you chaos. Not to be in peace. The way he are not being in peace the whole life, being a liability on people, that all he has to do. We saw a pastor told you, $2,000, my brother, $2,000 for transformer. They make no fix it. They took the money and gave it to him, he ate it. Pastor told $10,000. They took give it to him for him to go out there and make pledges and things to people. He brought that money, he chopped it. They make a self-centered, wicked old grumpy pape. That's all he is. Nothing good, brother. They never been unleashed on the Liberian people from the beginning and to the end. No passion. That the men and the Liberian people went and sought to become their leader. It's unfortunate. But yeah, we bear witness because the young man came out and said they are these. He said, I like to talk from under the water and say there is war down there and not easy. The what are you told us? That they are doing it to me and taking you off for your home. Water is telling you that we're in the people water, you don't go back in the bushes. You don't belong in the city.
All right, Joseph.
The city don't belong to you. God bless you all, brother. You're thank you.
All right, Joseph. Thank you. Thank you so much for your contribution. Let's go to the women's line. I think we can close up with a lady. Yes. let's close up with a lady. Let's go to the women's line and let's speak with this person. This person is the final caller for the call section. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, brother Evie.
My man, this is the women's line, my man.
Yeah, but Evie, I'm begging you, want to talk, and we don't want to talk.
No, you get going. That's the rule. Get going.
That man shouldn't be allowed. The women allowed there. Let him go by the rules.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the topic. Because the one I want in the eye is the one government saying that if I don't know how to cross you, so I will pay for it. I'm yellow for me. So what is the political now? Like they see the cars, they are trying to take money for them, so they can put in jail too. Because sometimes they see them passing a electric car with no on the way to the city on the way. They go with grab and other things. So we should arrest them to the put in jail. The only thing I can say is like we should get on the center because they're killing us. They are suffering. They are breaking places down. So everybody should go up into her, go stay there. We should go stay up into her. I don't know. They don't want us. That's why we're going. But I'm not saying I'm sorry for whatsoever happened to the people who are breaking their homes or whatsoever. I tell them sorry. But they should shine their eyes. It's the time now. Everybody should stand up. So we all lose our job. We won't get that for that one. They call it this way. Hey, the Davis, I got to go. And the former president said, oh, let me know that means a video. You don't want to say things no. So the only thing I pray for that country, Lord, that's okay, the strength and sorry for the 80 yesterday. They are playing fair. Anytime they play, they all expose the altar. So therefore, protect you and your family and every one of you. God can go to show and make all the fear, make all understand to blame for all of it because Lord, we are praying for that time and that time we cross the water. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. So that does it for the call session. We cross over to so. But the police need to do more awareness because in your library, they don't get special area of cross road. Library is that the that's the car coming level cross. Then you see they get special area you're supposed to cross. If you don't cross that area, you cross the other side. Police people then they will arrest you or get far out or far out because you don't cross the referral area. You got plenty to do.
You know,
anyway,
right before
let's cross to our diaspora team. For
you can hear me, Newton? You can hear me?
Yeah, I'm getting you.
Yeah, I say, there has to be some kind of education towards this thing that will be provided for our people. You cannot just come and pass and implement a law that will affect our people, because this thing we see it as a trap for our motorists, the keke riders, and them, and our poor people who will be crossing the road. How can you pass a law that I don't know, but you have to educate the people. But let me do my closing here. With that, so Friday, Bro and Prince and Newton, this Friday we are gearing up to jumpstart our fundraiser. Just hope that all three of us can be on the same page, because I'll be sending some information to Teacher Light on that. I'll try to come on air during the week on his show just to advertise that, and then we can kickstart that off on Friday. So we are going to be showcasing all of George Weah's work, music, and raise funds, showcasing all of his previous work and what he's doing now, and do that to jumpstart our fundraiser. Also, national conference will be Philadelphia, June the 24th to the 28th. We are getting ready. Prince, I want you to add to your chapter, North Carolina chapter. All right? We're going to add I know you are in the DMV, that will add to that North Carolina chapter. Again, we'll talk behind the scene on that. So we are getting ready vehemently to raise a massive awareness and raise funds for His Excellency comeback. Yeah, so that's Friday. We look forward to that. But let me do my closing. Prince, Newton, those of us that are in the diaspora, when we come here and work, thank God for the grace. We come here and work, do all kinds of job. There's one goal to that, to go back to Liberia, to be able to give back to our people, whether we establish businesses, anything we find ourselves doing. Because why? We want to go back home to retire in joy. Look, I tell people, I don't care how much citizenship you get. At the end of the day, there's no place like home. That woman who is seeing that video, she spent almost $500,000, a little over $1 million. I mean, $250,000, right? To establish her business. Newton, do you know the kind of toil and labor and sweat hourly it may have taken that woman to establish what she did, and under a split second was taken away? What does that say to an individual who some of us, like the Prince, the Bro, are talking to? Let's go back home and go and establish. Let's go back home to go and get the country. What that video is saying, Liberia is now a place for us again in the diaspora. What else? What's there for us? If a woman who has taken, and not just that, she also provided job for the people on the ground. What it did, on a few seconds, the woman had earnings on a few seconds. JMBC, you know what? I don't care. But this is the president who was begging Trump that, if you don't want can, we get Trump for y'all. I mean, the records are there. And for which that woman going back home now to give back to her country, she lost everything. I'm impressed with our family, really. Because, I mean, those of us who really looking at to just settle back in Liberia, what can we say? Lastly, yeah, for me, there's a tip flying around with Mo Ali accusing the judicial system of our country of corruption, massive corruption that needs serious investigation. And we will be on the Palava Hall tonight to speak on that, because it's a very serious and grave allegation. Mo Ali is not just anybody within this government. So for Mo Ali to come up with what he was saying, we are calling the true loving judiciary system of our country to speak out, because that accusations, that's why we are finding this land dispute and killings that's going on in our country. Because now Mo Ali is saying that even the guys who are the protector of the laws are the one. Finally, for me, my brother, Liberia is all we have. The only thing we can do is to pray for His Excellency Dr. George Manuel Weah to come back, and you will find a better Liberia. With that, I want to say thanks to my fellow panelists here. Thank you, and our listening audience. Thanks for providing us the opportunity to come and speak to you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Leo, and thanks for joining us today on this edition of the program. We look forward to seeing you on the next edition. Thank you so much. We appreciate you so highly.
Yeah, the process of recalibration for the CDC in the diaspora have started. Bro, the hard dias, was very nice, very fine. And it was okay, they went there, and it was a nice process. We follow it, on the internet and through other media institution, especially social, print, and electronic. So here in the USA, being the greatest country in the world, seditions here in the US are beginning the process of their recalibration as we gear towards taking state power in 2029. So when you look behind me, you are going to see a very nice flyer. And this flyer is the Save the Date flyer. Seditions in the US from about 32 states, because every state has a chapter, from about 32 states will be coming together in Pennsylvania, the USA, Pennsylvania, Philadelphia, from the 24th to the 28th. And in that particular convention, we are expecting His Excellency President Dr. George Manuel Weah and Interact from Liberia. We are expecting to receive nothing less than 50%, from the party in Liberia, along with some other members that will be coming here to the US. We've already started. Yes, sir.
Can you send that flyer to me on WhatsApp so I can share it better on the screen?
Yeah, definitely. I will.
Just send
I will
it,
do.
yeah, send it on WhatsApp. I'll share it right away. Just send it.
Okay, yeah. So his excellency will be coming here for this program. It's going to be a wonderful program. In fact, as I speak to you, we will also be going across. People will be coming from Canada. Different parts of the globe. Yeah, they'll be coming from different part of the globe in order to grace the occasion. So it's going to be a wonderful time. So seditions, Weahians, get ready. It's going to be a wonderful time here in the US. We're going to be having some very, very great time with our political leader. So I want to say brace yourself. But I'm listening to Gele Como, and I heard what Gele Como was saying, how people will be fined, the press conference they had, people will be fined for jaywalking, whatever walking. I want to say this to Gele Como. If I was Gele Como, the first thing I will start looking at now is to see how best we can have our roads in Liberia have the sign that is required to make sure that the drivers are safe and pedestrian. You have our roads that are not even let's say, designed with the various traffic signs. There are roads that you don't even know which is the left lane and which is the right lane. These people get sense or are stupidity doing that. Or Gele Como feel that because now he is the police director, the minister for transport and every other thing, so he feels that it is okay. He can just go ahead and do whatever he wants to do. What kind of nonsense is this? The first thing you should be thinking of is that ensuring that our roads are properly marked by the various traffic signs. That's what you should be thinking of. What you should be thinking of now, Gele Como, is to ensure that those areas that we should have traffic lights, that these traffic lights are functional. You thinking about that? You come into contact pedestrian, you ain't get play the world, it will find you, we'll do you this, we'll do you that. Do people even know of what we call zebra walking in Liberia? Are they educated to even the place that they call crosswalk? Even right before the police headquarters, they even get crosswalk there. Crosswalk is not before the police headquarters. To cross from Jalatan to come over, they even get crosswalk there. Anyway, when you have bunch of incompetent people who have just come to fill in their pockets, these are some of the things that happen. So it is not strange. These are some of the things that happen. For you to hear people like Gele Como telling the Liberian people, oh no, you know, and they think the way looking like, and we're about to start charging people when they do jaywalking. What is this? But again, my people, it is sad, but that's the reality. And there is nothing, absolutely nothing we can do about it for now. The only thing is that brace yourself, because we will not encourage any act of violence. We will not encourage anything that will be able to plunge our nation into chaos, because that's what Mr. Boyka is looking for, and that's what he's waiting for. But again, it is what it is. My brother Newton, thank you so much, and we want to give God again the glory for saving the life of, our manager, Teacher Light. And let's just continue to engage the process as it is and keep our hope alive. Thank you, and God bless you.
All right. Thank you, Prince. Thanks so much for joining us. We appreciate you so highly. Thank you. And we look forward to seeing you again on our next edition of the Diaspora Talk on Face the Issues. Thank you. We appreciate it. So we'll move next. The final president, the freshman.
Yeah, my man. You see, my brother Leo spoke well, and Prince just told my thoughts exactly what I wanted to say. You see, the Bwaka government, they confuse. They want to, everything you see them doing is not it's something they needed to do first before you go to that stage. It's just that you in school, you won't take 4 period, you won't go straight to start taking exams. The traffic, we are in a Western world. I have never seen all the way the people's streets are well paved with all of those traffic signs. I have never seen any police people charging people if you not cross to the revo area. I don't see it before. Now, like, brother, not the first country that say when pedestrians uncross wall, when they grab you, they only want to give birth to another technique of corruption within the Liberian society, because other police guys will use that one to exploit people. So I have never seen, the only thing, all of the signs that and let me tell them, let me just give them something. What I'm saying is not bad, but yeah, your first point. You first of all have to have standardized rules. With all of you must pin those rules regularly with all of the signs. And you don't get far distance for crosswalk. I think the distance is 0.5 kilometer. And every junction, you should have a crosswalk. Where schools are located, you should have a crosswalk. Where hospitals are located, you have a crosswalk. So if you have all of those things in place, then you get on a national TV. You have a regular 30-minute program for those things every time to be showing that how citizens should behave, not to violate traffic law. When the red light show, you have to get your red light, everything in place. So when you frequently educate the people for like 1 or 2 years, then you introduce a little bit of fun on a gradual process with respect to something like, for example, they just talk about driver license. If you don't have driver, it's normal. If you don't have driver license, you're supposed to drive. But right now you have 1 country, 2 driver license. You got a Ministry of Transport saying there should be a driver license that should come to them. You have the ministry, you got I know what kind of other group they bring Arab. I know what kind of other group that.
Traffic management. They're getting like traffic management.
Yeah, I think they're also producing driver license.
Oh, yeah.
And thank you. And what are the criteria set for driver license? I noticed in Liberia, people only go and get driver license. Driver license should be obtained through driving institutions, driving schools. People should go to driving school. Then the driving school send your name to whatever entity, maybe the Ministry of Transport, for you to go take your exam. The driving school teach you, but the exam is done by the government. If you pass the exam, then you get driver license. The government issue you driver license. But in Liberia, there is no standardized system of obtaining driver license. Somebody in a J. Tongue and Harry can just jump up one day and just go to anywhere and brave and get driver license, even when the person cannot read good, or they don't know the road sign and what have you. Alone they know how to move car, and there's a difference between moving car and knowing how to drive. You can move car, but you don't know how to drive. To drive is to know all of the technical aspects of driving. Road sign, what are some of those things? So I'm confused when they always want to bring things, and like they're rushing. They want to do things, but they are not following the procedures. So sometimes I wonder on them how they are managing. All the book, they say they know that the book they bring to us here. So it's confusing. And then, and thank you, my brother Newton. And then one other thing about their school feeding. They were feeding people. I saw it where Bwaka made a report. Do you know that they gave 60,000 to kind of funny place the Bwaka nephew go build? We didn't talk about that, but maybe someone else will post it because I posted it on my page. So the Bwaka government, they are actually failing massively, but they still have a chance to perform. They have less than 2 years to perform right now. If they manage it well, I can tell them that they are out in 2029. There will be no other strategy they can perform. Maybe they'll say, oh, we cheat. No, you can't cheat. Any attempt for you to cheat, they will run you from out of the country. You will leave disgracefully. So the best thing you can do now is to help build the country. And every citizen that, for me, I want them to perform, to build it, to help us so that when we get there, we can have a smooth path to start with. So they still have a chance to do well, but the path they are on is a path of catastrophic failure. They should need to re-examine themselves. So thank you, my brother Newton, and thanks to all of our fellow classmates that are following via the Facebook, the YouTube, the radio. And I want to say, Teacher Light, you should just get over that and always be vigilant. And those people, they will be targeting you in our country, but one thing I know, God will always cover you up, and there will be nothing. And all of the Kings FM family want to say thanks. I want to say thanks to Newton and my brother Sharif and my brother Leo. Thank you so much, and we'll be back here next Friday for our fundraising. Thank you.
Thank you, Newton.